Bandai Namco finally released a patch fixing all the issues that rollback brought to Dragon Ball FighterZ. Or did they? Like a true patch inspector, I have compiled a list of all the major issues the community had with this game, and we'll check if they have been fixed one by one. First on the list, let's talk about the PS5 version. Now, this version had a few bugs that the PC did not have. Initially, I thought the biggest one was the legacy controller issue. If you have a hitbox or an arcade stick, unless that thing is officially PS5 compatible, it will not work in this version of the game. This is something we all knew was going to be a problem as soon as Sony said that PS5 would not support PS4 controllers. That they would not give us backwards compatibility there until fans made a big fuss about it, so they said, okay, we'll let you use them, but just not on PS5 games. And so, sticks and hitboxes that players have spent usually over $100 on are useless in this version of the game. They just do not work. Now, this is partially Sony's fault, but we also know that the same sticks will work in other fighting games, which means that there's something the developer or publisher can also do about it. Who needs to fix it? Not me, that's for sure. I couldn't even fix Tim if I wanted to. Has this been fixed with this patch? Nope, not at all. So that hasn't been checked. We're off to a bad start. And turns out that wasn't even the worst problem that PS5 had. There's currently a glitch where you can change the team you take into casual or ranked matches, in which you can have your point character times 3. Yep, triple main character type stuff, and that's not all you can do. You can also swap your currently selected team with your opponents. I don't play Adult Gohan at all, and my opponent is the one playing my team here. Now, this glitch is not accidental. If you see this online, your opponent definitely triggered it on purpose. But it's also not a hard thing to trigger. If you want to know how to do it, it's simple. You just head over to Arena Matches, select the media. Oh, sorry, I had to put my kid to sleep. Not sure you were able to hear everything, but also it's not like you wanted to ruin someone else's day by doing this glitch, right? Anyway, this hasn't been fixed yet. You can still do it just fine. 2 for 2, Bandai. Let's move on to the PC, which probably had the worst glitch of all. I called it T-poses in the clipboard, but it's a bit more than that. Perhaps it would be more accurate to call it the character pose duplication after a level 3. So this happens whenever you do a level 3 super. And the players actually do not see any of this, only the spectators do. Well, you might say that that's not a big deal since it's for spectators only. Here's the thing though, every online tournament you have ever seen uses the spectator's perspective. This single glitch meant that no online tournaments were possible, as the spectator experience was simply terrible. And this one, folks, they fixed it. Let's go, Bandai! Finally, a W for the books. And this was the big one in my opinion, so at the very least they got their priorities straight. But I think that's gonna do it for platform-specific bugs. The rest of this list has bugs that apply to all versions of the game. But since we're already in spectator mode, let's check out the rest. Spectator audio was pretty annoying. Out of nowhere, the sound would glitch out, and suddenly you'd stop hearing some sound effects. Only character voices remained. I'm gonna let this clip play out for a little bit so you can hear it for yourself. It's a really annoying glitch if you're trying to host or watch a tournament because, once again, tournament footage comes from spectator mode. So everyone watching is listening to this, and it just sounds kind of off. Have they fixed it? Nope. It's exactly the same as before. This was already an issue back in the rollback beta at the end of last year. It has persisted during this whole time, and this patch did not fix it either. What a shame. Still in spectator mode, this one is maybe not the most serious bug, but the combo counter is also hidden while you're spectating. It's just not there. Now, this might affect the spectator experience a little bit if, for instance, someone lands a blue combo. As a spectator, you just have no way of knowing. That's something that could end up being important to the story of the tournament, and it would be nice if it was fixed, but it's also pretty minor compared to all the other stuff. That said, did they fix the combo counter in spectator mode? Oh, okay, yeah, I'm losing all hope. Let's leave spectator for a little bit. Let's play the actual game. I remember 2 major visual bugs. Nothing game-breaking, but could be very annoying. The first one was cinematic cameras getting completely lost. Sometimes you'd send an opponent flying into a mountain and find out that they fire the cameraman and just let the intern do the filming. Sometimes this would happen during intro or outro cutscenes too, and the problem would usually be amplified by playing someone from long-range connections or someone who had a very poorly optimized setup on PC. Well, during my testing, I saw these issues a total of 0 times. I even played some 200 millisecond matches just to make sure. Now, it's not that all visual bugs are gone, but the ones I ran into are pretty minor. Like when the match ends with a smash attack, the character that hits seems to be completely gone. I've also found this one on Twitter, where this very weird interaction caused this visual glitch, but it also seems to solve itself pretty quick. So yeah, pretty minor stuff compared to what it was before. I'm gonna say this has been fixed. Good job, Bandai. We're back on track. Onwards to the final item on this list, which is the flashing portraits. Without any rhyme or reason, the character portraits would just start flashing out of nowhere. This happened every single match, so it was very easy to check if this was fixed or not, and the answer is, they're gone. They're completely fixed, so that's another tick for the patch. Let's have a look at the full list here, and okay, so they fixed the serious spectator bug and a couple of visual bugs outside of spectator mode, but as you can see, there's still a lot that's broken about this game. You know, this wouldn't be so worrisome if it didn't feel so much like Bandai wants to put this game behind them. Every time FighterZ comes up, it sounds like they just cannot wait to sunset the game and never talk about it again, to stop pouring resources into it. We truly don't know if this was the last ever Dragon Ball FighterZ patch. And that's what's so scary about this, because that means that every cross on this list is an issue that might not be getting fixed and might be a problem forever. Now, I do commend them on fixing the big issue with the T-poses. At the very least, we can bring back tournaments, even if those tournaments are gonna sound like this. Well, that's the Dragon Ball FighterZ rollback patch. It's better than it was before, I guess, and that's also gonna do it for today. For more Dragon Ball, check out the latest reveals from Sparking Zero. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.